Hello, nice to have you join us on Newsroom series, live from Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Dominic Iwiwa, and today our focus would be on the southern region. But before we get into that, let's have a snippet of our top stories making the rounds at the moment. The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos on Wednesday struck out the 12.3 billion naira charge filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission against the chairman of Honeywell Group, Dr. Oba Otudeko, and 3 others. The charge was withdrawn following submissions by EFCC counsel, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Rotimi Oyedepo, who told the court that the matter had been amicably resolved between the nominal complainant, First Bank of Nigeria, and the first defendant, Chief Otudeko. Counsel to Oba Otudeko, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Bode Olanikpekun, also told Justice Chukwujeku Aneke that all issues leading to the charge had been resolved. The EFCC counsel, Mr. Oyedepo, confirmed that both parties had indeed settled and the resolution had been formally communicated to the Attorney General of the Federation. He referred to several correspondences between the parties and the AGF documenting the settlement terms. He also stated that the first defendant had fully repaid the funds at the heart of the matter. We begin in Delta State as tensions continue to rise in Warri Federal Constituency as Itsekiri indigents threaten to shut down key oil facilities, including the Otumaro Flow Station and Escravos Terminal, over alleged irregularities in the Independent National Electoral Commission's ward delineation report. Protesters began their demonstration at Escravos before proceeding to the Nigerian Ports Authority office in Warri, demanding that INEC reflects the true outcome of its field work. They are calling for fairness, transparency, and an independent review of the process.
Protests have erupted across key areas in Warri Federal Constituency as members of the Itsekiri ethnic group voiced their concern with INEC's draft ward delineation report. They first gathered at the Escravos terminal, then moved to the Otumara Flow Station, issuing a strong warning that if their concerns are not addressed, all operations in the region could be shut down.
This injustice that has been perpetrated, if it is not corrected, I am declaring today that it will not be sustained. And going by this facility will be shut down. Sure. Many more will be shut down. A lot of things will happen. This is my message to INEC.
Despite a heavy downpour, the demonstrators marched to the Nigerian Ports Authority office in Warri, carrying banners and chanting their demands for a transparent and inclusive exercise.
While we appreciate the efforts of the NSA so far to ensure that justice and fairness prevail, we wish to state categorically, without any form of ambiguity, that any review that does not address the manifest injustice and disproportionate distribution of wards as seen in the proposal given to us by INEC will not be accepted. We can no longer accept such great miscarriage and travesty of justice to be foisted on us in our own homeland.
This is our homeland, and it is falling on deaf ears. Now it is time for us to confront, and we are going to confront with everything we have. We are going to close down every IOC. What gives this nation its resources, and we contribute over 70% in Delta State. We will shut it down, and the whole world will know.
In response, INEC has appealed for calm, assuring all concerned individuals that no final decision has been made regarding the delineation in Warri Federal Constituency. The Commission encouraged stakeholders to submit their observation and feedback for consideration in the final report.
Following the murder of Chief Ferdinand Dabiri by suspected cultists in Obele community in Emoha local government area of Rivers State, the local government administrator has charged the local vigilante to work harder to rid the community of the menace. Mr. Franklin Ajinwo made this known during a courtesy visit to the traditional ruler of Emoha Kingdom, His Majesty Sergeant Awuse, during which they strategized on ways to end the menace and restore peace in the council.
A solemn atmosphere envelops the Emoha local government secretariat following the murder of Chief Ferdinand Dabiri by suspected cultists in Obele community. For this reason, the council administrator, Franklin Ajinwo, inaugurates the Emoha Vigilante Service, urging them to partner with the police in flushing out criminal elements.
We know you, we know what you are capable of doing. The two administrators have said, you cannot be 100% good. There are some of you too who may be tempted to tarnish the image of these new movies and vis-a-vis the image of the local government. Therefore, the image of the sole administrator who have brought you on board, that we are not going to relate, just like you have said. You have the DPOs, the other security agencies directly to supervise you. At the operational level, we will meet and they work out the modalities.
The security team then pay a courtesy visit to the palace of His Royal Majesty, Sergeant Awuse, the traditional ruler of Emoha Kingdom, where Ajinwo condemns the murder and promises justice.
There is nothing you do not know about the local government. There is nothing you do not know about those rural areas. There's nobody you don't know. Those who are criminals, those who are causing this problem, you know them. Go after them. Find where their roots are. Find where their hideouts are. You have the backing of government. This is a government outfit. You are properly registered and will recognize you. Do your work without fear, without favor. But do not take laws into your hands. If you apprehend any criminal, please hand over to the nearest DPO, the nearest police station within your locality.
In response, the monarch pledges his support for the council's efforts to bring lasting peace.
Actions taken by the federal government so far here in River State is the reason why you have peace now, otherwise things have gone on. Because I was aware, but I was reading where the executive and then the legislature are no longer talking. That's the end of the democracy. We know. And if that intervention wasn't done, we would have had crisis. And we are part of those who make sure that that crisis is not on by being here in Emoha.
With fear still looming in Obele and Iba, the council's actions bring hope that justice will prevail and peace will return. Charles Oporum, Channels Television News.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has intercepted a large quantity of illegally refined gasoline oil, popularly known as diesel, at Afam community in Oyibo local government area of Rivers State. The illegally refined petroleum products, amounting to thousands of liters, were discreetly stored in cellophane bags. The NSCDC commandant in Rivers State, Joachim Okafor, who took journalists to the command's exhibition yard in Obiakpo local government area to inspect the intercepted products, explained that the seizure was made possible through credible intelligence.
Our men of Anti-Vanda leveled an uncompleted building in Afan community in Oyibo local government area of Rivers State, where 1.5 number of suspected vandalized petroleum products were concealed in sack bags. Investigation is still ongoing so that we can be able to fish out the persons behind this illicit act. As far as I'm the commandant of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Rivers State Command, this state will never be conducive for us and the vandals.
In a renewed war against cultism and vandalization of public infrastructure in Akwa Ibom State, operatives of the State Police Command have arrested a 40-year-old notorious cult leader, Pius, accused of specializing in kidnapping, armed robbery, vandalism of public assets, and other violent crimes. The spokesperson of the command, DSP Timfon John, who disclosed this, told journalists that the anti-crime squad, for the incredible intelligence, stormed the cultist's den at Abak local government area, where the cult kingpin was apprehended while others fled.
What you are seeing here today is collections of recoveries of stolen items, suspected stolen items from different places in Akwa Ibom State. Based on intelligence available to the command, we were able to ransack those areas and are able to come up with these recoveries as you are seeing. We urge members of the public whose items like these are missing to please come up with their proof of ownership and claim their items. The suspects that are arrested will soon be prosecuted for the offense they committed.
For years, residents of Wanokum and Ukele communities in Yala local government area of Cross River State have endured the hardship of navigating dangerously dilapidated roads, pathways riddled by deep gullies, potholes, and eroded sections that often cut off entire villages, especially during the rainy season. Farmers, traders, and the sick have suffered the most, with transportation costs skyrocketing and access to basic services becoming a daily struggle. For many, it has felt like a forgotten corner of the state until now.
Road rehabilitation has finally started in Wanokom and Ukele, bringing hope to the people. The project, flagged off by Governor Bassi Otu's administration, is part of a wider effort to improve rural infrastructure and reconnect communities to economic opportunities in Cross River and in neighboring Benue State. Residents call it a dream come true.
I really appreciate especially this very place we call Apata. It was a place that even to move on feet, you can't. So I thank the Excellency for that. I really praise him, and God will continue to bless him. Where you have that thought that you want to do this road, God will bless him in abundance.
Once completed, the new road will link several villages across Wanokom and Ukele and make trade easier, reduce travel time, and also improve access to markets, schools, and emergency services. This is also expected to help strengthen security in the area. While work is ongoing, residents say the sight of graders and bulldozers clearing the roads brings them hope.
The road is standing, and the people of Ukele Nation can proud that they have a road that can last for more than 50 years. And this road is uncomparable to any other.
Governor Otu says the road project is part of his People First agenda, and he promises not to stop until more rural communities are opened up for growth.
Okuku market was an international market. When I was a student there in federal school about the times, I used to go there. Traders, people come from all over Nigeria, Sokoto, name it, to come and buy things there. So that road is very, very important. These roads, we are trying to make sure, even though they come at a real cost, but it's very important that if the economy is to grow and people are to be able to move freely, it's very important that we put these roads in place. Particularly now that we're trying to shift our major transportation into electric vehicles and then the CMP. We need good roads for those capabilities to be able to apply.
As machines continue to work on the road, the people of Wanokom and Ukele in Yala local government area of Cross River look forward to a better future, one where they are no longer forgotten.
Welcome back. For more on infrastructure developments in Cross River State, Mr. Raphael Adoga, Special Advisor, Projects Monitoring and Evaluation to the Governor of Cross River State, joins us from Calabar, the state's capital. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
It's my...
Okay, now, what mechanisms are in place to ensure transparency and accountability in the ongoing road rehabilitation projects across the rural areas like Wanokom and Ukele?
Thank you so much. Let me use this opportunity to thank His Excellency the Governor for appointing me and giving me this privilege to serve. We have a whole lot of modalities in place, especially in our bid to checkmate and make sure that the project meets specification and standard. I have a director civil, we have surveyors, we have engineers that are well qualified to carry out the process. Our last visit to the project site in Wanakom, especially, we had an incident where the material used was below specification. It was a muddy stone base that was used. So that immediately was corrected and the attention of the contractor was called. So presently, if you go there, the road is ongoing, the project meets specifications, and a thorough supervision is being carried by my agency.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, how is the state government addressing the challenge of gully erosion, especially in erosion-prone areas in Cross River, and what long-term solutions are being implemented?
Okay. Well, presently, we go into partnership with NewMap, partnership with Basin Authority to address communities that are seriously engulfed in this. But presently, I think within the metropolis, the state governor awarded the first channel to a company called Nasi Constructions. Presently, the survey work is ongoing. We are trying to see how we can take the flood out of the metropolis from the Transcorp Metropolitan Hotel to the CRUTEC, University of Cross River, where we had serious incident of flood. But with time, I guess it will be a thing of the past because the governor, Senator Prince Basio too, is very sleepless about this issue, especially when it comes to torrential rainfalls in the highway where a whole lot of vehicles are stuck. But we are working sleeplessly to see that these issues are addressed.
Okay. Now, how is your office monitoring the quality of work being done by the contractors, and what penalties are in place for underperformance or project abandonment?
Well, I think we had an incident here in Cross River State, especially in the issue of State Library Complex, where the contractor, I think he couldn't meet specification. A whole lot was not met. I think that project was terminated by the directive of His Excellency Senator Bassi. You know, presently in our government today, we are out to get this work done. It is not political work. It is to make sure that this job meets specifications and to the benefit of our people. So a whole lot is involved. We take a whole lot of measures, all our engineers, our surveyors to this project site to see that none, especially materials that are used are compromised. So we take a whole lot, engage our supervisions, and make sure that we meet standards and specifications.
Now, for those people who falter, are there any punishments for them, and what are those punishments?
Well, the last incident, like I said earlier, when we intervene to see that you're not working towards our specifications, we write to you. If you fail, it's always an outright termination.
Okay. Now, can you provide an update on timelines and expected impact of current infrastructure projects under the People First agenda?
Well, most of our timelines are from 18 months to 24 months, especially when considering the rainy season. Though presently, a whole lot, and the contractors here, since the governor was able to make sure that those who are qualified are given the opportunities. We have not found anybody wanting presently. If you watched like the governor's office, it was 18 months, graciously it has been completed, the governor is there. Okay. Her Excellency's office, 18 months, it has been completed, which she's presently working from there. Okay. The Adiabo Road, which is by Zone 6, is completed, 18 months, which the contractor, you know, it was an amazement, gave us that job before. He completed that job before 18 months. So we are strictly on that. We try not to compromise when it comes to timelines. But presently, I am making an excuse for the contractors. The rains are heavy, so some consideration will be given. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Raphael Adoga, the Special Advisor on Project Monitoring and Evaluation to the Governor of Cross River State, for joining us on the program. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir. You're welcome. Thank you. Now we head over to Bayelsa State, where the state's governor, Senator Doye Idiri, has urged local governments chairmen across the state to drive agricultural development at the grassroots level. At a strategic engagement in the governor's office in Yenagoa, the governor emphasized the need for food security, job creation, and an agricultural revolution led from the local level.
In the face of rising food prices and economic challenges, Bayelsa State is turning to agriculture for solutions. Governor Doye Idiri met with all 8 local government chairmen in Yenagoa, urging them to make agriculture a top priority in their communities. The governor explains that agriculture must move beyond policy to real action at the grassroots.
As the grassroots governors in your local government areas, you have 2 years. We want to see an agricultural revolution in these 2 years.
The chairman welcomed the initiative, but also shared the challenges they face, including poor access to farm inputs, equipment, and infrastructure.
Because of the nature of our environment, anytime you look for land, the landowners will come for you. And as local government, we will need to come back to the state to help us acquire the land.
Our season is very short. And so if we are going into large-scale farming, what we can achieve best is cassava.
The chairperson of Sagbama local government area, Alice Tangi, notes that the fertile soil can grow almost any crop if well utilized.
There is nothing you farm in Sagbama land that will not survive. So I would preferably go for plantain, yam, and fishing. Then in addition, we can add any other one.
Governor Diri's message is clear. It's time for action as the local governments step into this role. The people hope to see a new wave of agricultural progress that will secure food, jobs, and a stronger economy for its people.
As preparations for the upcoming local government elections in Rivers State intensify, political groups across various councils are becoming more active. In Andoni local government area, the coalition of Andoni people has taken to the streets in a peaceful walk through Ngo, the council's headquarters, demanding fairness in the sharing of political offices. They stress that true development in Andoni, a region rich in oil, fishing and tourism potential, depends on peace built on fairness. And that's where we drop the anchor on this edition of Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iriu. Enjoy the rest of your day.